I still don't completely trust Rudy. Like, he does put in effort to help, but I've never seen him do anything substantial. We could last without him. Like, Kyle literally got kidnapped weeks ago, and it looked like that we could fend off the culprits without Rudy. He was just there as backup when we literally didn't need him. I can't just let him stay in the studio just to talk to us. I want to see if he's actually useful. Also, I don't think it mattered if he substituted when I was sick, because Usher and Parr were there. Also, in theory, that argument might have not happened if Rudy wasn't there. And, by extension, the kids' team simply would have had a day or two off when I was sick and let them come visit me sometime later. That argument between Kyle and Dennis happened solely because Rudy decided that they needed to work. In summary, I'm not holding back to use tomorrow as a test of how useful or useless Rudy is. If that man is too useless, then I have no other decision than to remove him. He just needs to get his life together. You can come in.
Hey, you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I think I heard you talk about something, but I don't know.
I think your ears were playing tricks on you.
You may be right. Anyway, I'm about to go to bed.
Okay then. Good night.
So what are we doing again?
I was thinking that we could spend today playing sports with each other. Sounds weird, I know, but I figured I could give you guys a little break.
It is kind of uncharacteristic of you to just hand us a day off, but whatever. Maybe I'll be glad about your decision later.
If we're not going to the studio at any point, then what will the kids' teens be doing?
I already told them about what we're doing, so they can just chill.
Oh.
Besides, where are we playing sports at anyway?
By my apartment is a park used for soccer, basketball, and tennis.
Oh, I know where that is.
I don't. Thank God for GPSs.
Well guys, what are we standing here for? We all know what we're doing, so let's get to it.
What's up, Pod?
This might be a completely futile statement, but I'm having a weird suspicion that Quincy is up to no good.
What are you talking about?
I feel like Quincy is using some kind of manipulative tactic. He's getting us to play sports, but I'm half expecting it to be something else that's gonna make this a huge waste of time.
You know, that sounds true. He just threw in a day off for no reason than to play sports with us, and that was without warning and at the last minute. I do agree with your prediction. I feel like Quincy's being devious. Come to think of it, it could correlate to re-in his role. If this sports day actually ends up being a setup to re-in his role, then God knows what I'm gonna do to that son of a bitch.
But like I said, this might not be true. We'll just see how this event unfolds ourselves.
I agree. Don't tell Quincy or Ari this because I don't see any point in it. Quincy might just lie his way out of it and Ari could be confused on what we're currently talking about.
Yeah, nice call. I'm about to hang up, but remember, just let the event play out as is, and if there's anything nonsensical about Quincy and Ari, that's when we can chime in and berate Quincy.
Good idea, bud. I think Quincy is not changing his opinion on Ari and it has stuck since day one. The hell is up with this bastard?
So it looks like we're playing soccer first.
Yup.
Hey, there's also footballs in sight, so we can play football too.
Soccer is called football everywhere in the world except for America.
Actually, we Americans are not the only people that call it soccer. Canada, Australia, and New Zealand call association football soccer as well.
Okay, that I never knew in my 41 years of living.
I learned that from my uncle who retired from soccer coaching 5 months ago.
Oh, that's pretty recent. Now back on the topic, what teams are we doing?
Me and Riv versus you guys.
Sounds fair enough.
Who's being the goalie for each team?
I think you'd be a good goalie.
I'll be pause goalie.
Well, now that we got our teams, let's see who can be the first to three. You're practically making us lose.
Shut up. I'm not dominant at soccer.
Oh, hell no!
Crap.
Thank you.
Were you purposely aiming for my stomach?
Why would I aim for your stomach?
I was just asking.
My god, we're trash. This is embarrassing. I had Ray with me and we got 3-0'd.
Dude, quit your whining. Maybe Pa had the advantage because his uncle was a soccer coach.
Or you just let them win.
Or maybe you're just a sore loser. Quit bitching about your loss.
And by extension, Either you just get better or go home continuing to be a bitch.
Period.
Oh well, it's over. So what do you want to the next?
I believe we can stay here and play some 2-on-2 football, if there are any, that is.
There should be, because there's literally a field goal behind the soccer goal. Every time I played here we made the soccer goal the end zone.
Well, let's go ahead and start once we get everything set up.
Same teams?
Same teams.
Dennis, wake up. Come on, breakfast is almost ready for you.
What time even is it right now?
It's almost 9.
Why are you waking me up this early? The studio crew took today off already.
Well, dude, you probably didn't go to bed at a decent hour when we told you we had a lot to do in the morning before Terminix comes here. You're almost 15, so you should know better. Now let's get to eating some breakfast.
I guess this is what I get for going to bed at 3 in the morning.
You still got some energy left in you?
What do you mean?
If I got burned out after the game I wouldn't have been able to chuck the football so far.
Did you just not take the game seriously?
At what point would I not take the game seriously?
You missed a f***ing touchdown catch, dude. We would have won had you caught the ball.
It's not a big deal that I choked at the end of the game. And you know, I think you're being a hypocrite because you got onto me about being pissed about losing the game, yet you're acting spoiled too.
Well, who do you think is the one being spoiled? I'm just thinking you weren't taking this game seriously.
You're trying to answer the same question. I always take games seriously. I'm not that good at football, so that's probably why I cost you the match.
Well, from my perspective, it didn't really look like it.
But that's your perspective. I totally put in effort. I know my body more than you do.
Well, you apparently didn't put in enough. If you did, you wouldn't have thrown that football so damn far after a full football match with 4 quarters with 5 minutes each.
You two need to shut the hell up. Am I with a team consisted of 2 bitches? Like damn, just fucking leave if you want to be entitled assholes to each other.
And Quincy, that especially applies to you. Get in shape or get out.
Ugh, whatever.
Say that like you mean it.
I'll get in shape right now if that makes you feel better.
What do you think we can do next anyway?
I guess we'll do some 2-on-2 basketball next. We're sticking with the same teams.
Dude, I've been on your team for 2 consecutive sports games. It's about prime time to change teams.
Just one more game. Of course, the ball has to go around the ring
already.
Oh, we're so free. Swish.
Come on, Quincy, we never scored a point.
You better step it up as well, Rady. You can't rely on me for everything. Let's go.
Not too shabby at all.
Out of my way. This is my shot to make. What the? I told you.
Well, that was a good game. Our first win.
It wasn't really a team effort per se, but we did it regardless.
Not a team effort? You do realize that I've been trying to block Usher and Paz shots, right?
Think about it. I scored every shot alone, while Usher and Paz scored at least 1 each.
It doesn't matter. We still won, so don't be mad that you carried.
Stop.
What do you want?
I think all this sports playtime is just a huge waste of time.
What are you talking about?
Just think about it. We've been on the same teams every game, and every time after each game, Quincy rants about what Ree has been doing. It seems like he's been griping about Ree's role.
Oh, I get it all now. Quincy Adamston, did you want us to play sports just to find out if Ree is too useless?
No. Don't even tell me, Quincy. Don't even tell me you wanted to give me an unauthorized test by manipulating all of us to play sports.
I meant it all in good fun. Chill out.
Good fun? You call that f***ing bullshit good fun? How would you like it when your parents chastised the f*** out of you for being some guileful hole? Will it be some good fun now?
God damn it. Here we go again.
Don't you hear we go again us mister? You must have the attention span of some f***ing goldfish if you're that damn desperate to know Ree's role. And about that, we would not give a damn if your parents beat the f*** out of you because they raised some manipulative asshole.
What? Are you sadistic? If you want to watch me get mauled by my parents, then that's just wrong.
Because you f***ing deserve it. Maybe that will straighten up your obstinate behavior about me. I am not useless, I'm there for emergencies and aid someone with tasks at all times if possible. Let's see all the things I did for you. I repainted your walls, I f***ing filled in for you when you got sick, and I f***ing helped you find Carl when he got kidnapped by the bullying bombers. I think you've got some huge trust issues if all that shit isn't enough to justify my role.
Maybe we should give you a ton of tests to see how much of a good studio director you are. Because really and truly, you're just 16, you're still just a kid, and you still have parents that keep you disciplined. And I would never raise my 15-year-old son to be that fucking imperious unlike you.
But we still got some exercising.
Cease your nerding, you shitty excuse of a manager.
Don't you call me that again.
Well, don't make us play sports for such a little purpose like a fucking tyrant.
Well, if you want, you can play sports yourselves while I leave.
No. We're done. It was all just a stupid setup. You.
We're not gonna take it anymore.
Now, get up off the floor and get out of this place. If you wanna start crying like a little girl, then suck it up, deal with it like a grown man, and face the second set of consequences when your parents are involved. Get the fuck out.
Oh, it's producer Usher. What does he want from us? What the frick? That was all to see if Helper Rear is useless or not. Helper Rear is far from useless. He does anything he can to help. My god, Director Quincy has some trust issues, and he tried to hide that from the studio crew. What a freaking liar. There were multiple occasions in which Helper Rear did his part, and yet Director Quincy doesn't believe anything. Seriously, he needs to let it go. I'm FaceTiming the rest of the kids' teams to not only tell them about what happened today, but also that we're going to work at some point.
Alright, what's going on?
Did you see producer Usher's text about what just happened today?
Yes. Director Quincy just
Whoa,
used
whoa, whoa.
today as a
What's
test
going
to
on
see
again?
if Helper I is useful, and all of it in the style of sports.
You see, Iverson, Director Quincy told us that today is an off day because he and the rest of the studio crew are playing sports.
Yeah, I know that, but what's wrong about it?
He was truly trying to give Helper Rear a test to see how useful or useless he is, and all of it as a series of sports games. Simply put, Director Quincy manipulated the studio crew to play games, and all because he still can't trust Helper Rear. Thankfully he got chastised after they knew the truth.
How did the studio crew know Director Quincy was using them?
Producer Usher recently said that Director Quincy was being a blockhead by the fact that Helper Rear was always on his team, and he griped about losing almost every game because of Helper Rear.
Ugh, now that's just pathetic. Why would you manipulate somebody to play a fun little game just as a test of your trust on someone else?
I literally told Director Quincy the first day Helper I was recruited to the studio crew saying that his opinion better change on Helper I, or else there would be problems. And guess what's happening right now?
I know, he's just been an obstinate jerk, and has been since Helper Rear was just added. By the way, where's Kyle?
Kyle said that he was getting his oil changed in his car, but he should be done since he said it about an hour ago.
Well, thank you for the information.
Anytime.
Hopefully Director Quincy learns from his stupid actions.
Hey boys, I just noticed this FaceTime call. I was busy getting my car's oil changed.
Hate to say it, but you missed quite a lot, but I'll disclose everything to you. So, Director Quincy just did one of the dumbest things ever, as he